And now we wonder why presidents don't take shouted questions anymore. All right, the Obama re-election team is trying to show women voters of all ages how a change at the White House will be a step backwards for both of them and their children. In a web slideshow called, quote, The Life of Julia, users can age a fictional character, think Sim City here, from 3 to 67, illustrating how, according to the Obama campaign, the president's policies would benefit her and where they claim Mitt Romney's policies would do them harm. Let's bring in our panel, David Hawkings, editor of CQ Roll Call's Daily Briefing, Neera Tanden, president of the Center for American Progress, and Ron Fournier, National Journal's editor-in-chief. Ron Fournier, what I find interesting about this is it's trying to put a face to the rhetoric and to the charges. And I had a Democratic strategist say to me the other day, 30 plus points among Hispanics, double digits among white women. This game is over.
Well, he knows the game isn't over, but he does know that they have to run up the score among white women because they're tanking among white men.
Right.
And there's no accident that Mamatron, or whatever you would call it, happens to be a white face. They're going after those suburban white women. They have to run up that score. You know, and you're watching this in this little Sim City thing. I mean, I think that has been your challenge, right? To try to make people understand the Ryan budget in real terms. Is that fair?
I mean, I actually thought what was amazing about this is how policy-driven it is. You actually have a discussion of Head Start, the Pell Grants effects, equal pay. I mean, it's all policy for a wonk like me. I thought it was great for the campaign to invest resources in actually thinking of new ways to communicate those policy differences. And I thought it was effective.
And David, and this gets to the whole challenge of the Romney campaign and why there is a split in the Republican Party when it comes to the Ryan budget. Some want to fully more embrace it, and others are like, boy, it can poll terribly.
And I thought it was interesting the way the captions in these cartoons, it referred to the Romney-Ryan budget at every turn.
Right. They want that ticket.
So they want that. They're definitely pushing that ticket. And even if he doesn't pick Paul Ryan, they want to just tie him as tightly as possible.
Almost creating a Dole Gingrich effect.
It is
exactly right.
It's cradle to grave. I mean, we're talking about early Head Start issues, as well as Medicare and the entitlement issues that Ryan and Romney have really hurt the Republican Party.
I want to do a quick turn here to the economy. These 3 swing state polls from Quinnipiac were fascinating because you could take what you wanted out of them if you're Romney or if you're Obama. All 3 of them they asked, is the U.S. economy currently in a recession now? 70% in Florida said yes. 67% in Ohio said yes. 69% in Pennsylvania said yes. Is the economy beginning to recover? Majorities, smaller, but majorities in all 3 said yes. There's the nuance argument.
Yeah, generally it's the trend that matters. And what I'd worry about, though, if I was President Obama, is what will the trend be in September and October? Will gas prices spike this year? Will there be a foreign policy crisis that affects the economy? You know, will Romney find a way to really pivot really hard on the economy? Right now, though, I would take more.
Which would you rather have?
I'd rather be a Democrat with those polls and see that the numbers are coming back a little bit.
You know, he just brought up gas prices. You know, there's a little trend that's happened over the last 3 weeks. It's been going down. Ticking down. It's sort of it's also, though, a reminder that gas price politics is always, so to me, is fraught with peril.
It's ephemeral, and it changes every week, and it changes whether you go to get your gas in the suburb or the city, and it comes and goes. And I think that the public, it's been hammered home now for years that you can't. No human being, no government can change. Washington government can switch this on a dime or even in years, and I think the public maybe is catching on to it.
But hey, this jobs report tomorrow, it is going to 2 in a row, if it's flat, could create this perception. How nervous are you about it as an Obama person?
Well, you know, look, I don't think it's any particular number. I do think it'll be most important how we're doing in September, October, November. You know, we had great numbers a few months ago. They seem to be leveling off. But, you know, the trend line has been important, and we are better off than we were.
You bring up the last 3 months. You know, there's 2 theories of the case here, Ron, right? Which they say second quarter people lock in on the economy, but do we consume information later?
Yeah, I think it's the latter. I think it's really going to matter how people are feeling late August, early September and October.
All right,
Definitely.
Stick around, David. You're Ron. We're going to talk a little Massachusetts Senate and Hispanic media. Trivia time, though. We asked how many current members of the Senate have been serving since before 1990. Now, the technical answer is 20. I think we can give you credit for 21 on Lautenberg, since he was in and then he was out. That means with retirements, though, and Dan Coates, if Lugar and Hatch both lose their races, that number could fall below 15 in the next Congress. We'll be right back. You're watching the Daily Rundown only on MSNBC. Should I?